Well, the way a farm is legally structured influences eligibility for farm program payments. Now, this is why many producers try to organize the operation to optimize government payments. Roger McEowen with the Washburn School of Law joins us now for some additional guidance on this matter in today's Rural Money segment. And Roger, as always, thanks for your time today. So what are some of the primary programs at hand here?
Well, Janet, there are a lot of these, and of course, these have increased in recent years as a result of the virus. Congress created some additional programs, but we've got the traditional programs that have been there for years with our primary crops in the Midwest and in the Plain States for corn and soybeans and wheat. But there are peanut programs. There are various programs now for livestock indemnity payments, for example. There are programs for crops that might be grown by fruit and vegetable producers out in California and Washington, and there are all types of programs and quota programs and marketing programs for apples and grapes and all types of things. So it's really pretty broad, and it's expanded dramatically the past 20 years.
What are some of the current program eligibility and payment limit rules?
Well, the basic payment limit is $125,000 per person. Now, person is a specifically defined term under the payment limitation rules, and that can be an entity. It could be an individual. But the thing to keep in mind is that if it's an entity that limits liability, it is only entitled to one payment limit. If it doesn't limit liability, such as a general partnership or a joint venture, you can get multiple person determinations. So basically, for large farming operations that would be eligible for more than $125,000 of payments in a year, you generally want to be a general partnership or a joint venture so you can maximize your person determinations.
Now, you mentioned person under the payment limitation rules is the key to proper structure of the farming business. Expand on that one term, if you would.
Yeah, when we get into larger farming operations, those that no matter how you receive your subsidies, whether it's as an ARC payment or a PLC payment, if you're large enough such that you would be entitled to more than one payment limit, which is generally $125,000, then you basically want to be anything other, your farming operation itself should be anything other than a corporation, a C corporation, an S corporation, a limited liability company. You don't want that limitation on liability at the entity level, because if it's there, then you will only get one payment limit, and that will have to be split amongst the members of the entity. If you're a general partnership, some type of entity that doesn't limit liability, then you can get multiple payment limits, and then you would get that spread across the members of the entity. So if I have 4 members of a general partnership, we get 4 payment limits potentially if I'm entitled to that much in terms of my subsidy.
All right, Roger, as always, thank you very much for your time and your insight here today. Roger McEowen, he's with the Washburn School of Law, connecting with us here this afternoon.